Hey everyone, it's Alvin here. I almost got caught in an email phishing scam, and I wanted to share with you how I was able to determine it was a phishing scam, give you guys a couple of tips out there so you can do your due diligence and best practices to make sure you don't get taken advantage of by cyber criminals out there, because they are getting more and more sophisticated in their emails. Before, we would get this crazy emails from Nigeria asking for money and really weird emails, but now they're getting really sophisticated and legitimate looking, to the point where we get to doubt ourselves, and they're counting on you to just not think about it and not do your due diligence, and just go ahead and click it. So let me show you what I got today, and hopefully a couple of tips so you can protect yourself. So I got something from Chase. Now, if you get something from Bank of America, if I got something from Bank of America, that would definitely be a red flag. But Chase is my bank, and if I click on it, this email looks legitimate. It looks like the Chase emails that I normally get. But what was the first red flag is it says, reminder, your account is now available on chase.com. Why do I need a reminder? I know it's available on the website. So that was the first red flag. Secondly, I looked at the email. Now, if depending on your email service, you can click on who is the email coming from, and this is not always the case, because sometimes some companies use different services and they may have that name first before the person's name. But here it came from e.chase.com. So that was a second red flag, and I was like, this doesn't sound legit. But sometimes I know that, again, companies may have to use a different domain name. That's called a domain name, e.chase.com instead of chase.com, because they just have to have so many emails. So that was a second red flag, but wasn't really the nail that sealed the coffin. It was when I started looking at the email and I started hovering. Don't click. Hover over some of these hyperlinks. These are links that when you click, they go to a website or something. And if you hover, you'll see on the bottom left or somewhere on your browser, the URL, the website domain name is going to pop up. And on the bottom left, you'll see that it's e.chase.com. That doesn't sound right. It should be chase.com and whatever the letters are after that. And then I clicked on some, hovered over others, e.chase.com. Enroll now, e.chase.com. Customer service, e.chase.com. So clearly this is a phishing scam, because now they're all trying to get me to go to e.chase.com and enter my information and so forth. So they want me to enroll now. So that was another red flag. If they had just said, click on your account here to get an update or get your statement, that would have been a little more confusing there. So it says, enter your Chase Merchant Service Company ID. Like, what is this? This is definitely not legitimate. Anyhow, so that is one thing to do. So I actually went to e.chase.com and I clicked on it, and there was no website. It just said 400. So if you start typing in the URL, it says there's a scam going on. So if we look at Wikipedia phishing, the terminology used for it, it's the fraudulent attempt to obtain your personal information, credit card, username, and passwords by disguising yourself as a trustworthy entity in an electronic communication. So it's clear that this is more and more sophisticated. So I was able to use some smart strategies to kind of avoid them, at least figure out that it is a phishing scam. Now, if you do click on something, and hopefully you don't put in your username and password or any credit card information, but if you do click on it by accident, you realize it's not good, here's a couple of softwares that I recommend you install. Everybody should have an antivirus program. This is different than antivirus. This helps you clean up on top of the antivirus. One of them is called Malwarebytes. Malwarebytes is probably the number one malware killer out there. And they have a free download version, so you can go to malwarebytes.com, download the free version, and there's a paid version of it. And the paid version runs 24 hours a day. The free version, you have to run it once a week, once a month, and so forth. So I generally do it like once a month, and just to double check, I've got nothing there, and it might clean some stuff out. Now, the second one I recommend is called CCleaner.com. CCleaner will clean out spyware, cookies, cache. It'll clean out your browser. So if any of these phishing people try to like put some cookies onto your history and try to track stuff like that, this will do a good job also cleaning out all that junk, because every time you visit a website, it captures a picture, captures a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of web junk that hangs in our computer in the back end. And CCleaner, again, they have a free version and a paid version. The free version, you have to run it yourself. So if you run it once or twice a month, you can do Malwarebytes and CCleaner, and between those two, they'll do a good job at cleaning you out. And again, if you feel like you've clicked on something by accident, definitely run Malwarebytes and CCleaner, and that'll help making sure that you're a little safer. Again, just use your best judgment. If you feel like something doesn't feel right, take a look at where it's coming from, hover over the links, don't click on them. And here's another good tip. If it's an email that you're getting to have you enter information, your credit card or username and password, just not sure, then don't click on the links from the emails. Go straight to the website. Go to chase.com direct, and you'll be safer that way. Alrighty, hope this was helpful, and hope you enjoy your day. Take care. Bye-bye.